Oligarch Yuriy Kosciuk's Ukrainian poultry group, MHP, is planning to create a gigantic factory farm in Croatia, capable of producing 90 million chickens a year. During a symposium organized in Brussels on April the 11th by ENAJ, the Association of European Agricultural Journalists, a representative of Croatian poultry breeders alerted Europeans about a new threat to the future of traditional poultry breeders in Europe.
MHP operates now in Croatia. They have a slaughterhouse and they work in cooperation because they bought an older company. But now MHP is building their own farms. They are doing it on 3 locations at the moment, but as you may also have read in the media, not only MHP, but there's another company also from Ukraine. They don't do anything with poultry for now, but they also want to do some mega projects.
These 2 Ukrainian-led mega factory projects in Croatia will not benefit local workers.
Croatia now produces around 45 million broilers a year, and they want to build 190 million more. For that, they say they will source local workers, but I'm in this business, so I know it's not true.
These factory farms are a threat to traditional European family farming, because the Ukrainian model does not rely on breeders. It relies on the arrival of foreign farm workers who will live on site.
In the plans of these mega projects, it can be seen that they plan to build housing for 3,000 workers. So
what, any idea where these workers?
The nationalities mostly now is from Nepal or India. Mostly from Nepal they come.
Croatian breeders currently produce 45 million chickens a year. This represents around 95% of the country's needs. With the 2 future mega farms of MHP and PCC, annual production would rise to at least 190 million. Hence the fears of small-scale farmers for their survival.
Small farmers are afraid because they have financed their chicken houses by themselves. They have mortgages on the houses, and it's especially frightening for them to lose the houses or their business. And it's difficult to compete with them because MHP and PCC don't want cooperation with smaller farmers. They want to do everything themselves, from feed, from growing chickens, from slaughterhouse, hatcheries, everything.
The president of the European poultry industry is far from happy about the arrival of the Ukrainian model in the European Union.
So the model they have goes against both the citizen demands and the principles of the Green Deal.
He raises the alarm, as European public funding is behind these mega projects.
That's very bad news for the chicken farming industry in Europe, because it's an unfair competition. They use $592 million US dollars funded by European banking and the European Parliament, so it's a very unfair competition, and it's not actually the farms the consumer demands. It's not a farm what the European Commission demands, because the Ukrainian poultry meats coming into the European Union does not comply with the demands and the standards we have within the European Union. And I mean on animal welfare, I mean on the use of antibiotics, and I mean on environment. So it's totally not fair.
A position not far removed from that of Jean-Luc Demarty, a former advisor to Jacques Delors and a specialist in European agricultural issues. Jean-Luc Demarty is in favor of increasing farm size to boost productivity, but not along the lines of the Ukrainian model.
We don't want MHP model, which is certainly, in my view, an honorable model. That's industrial farming. This project, first, it's not agriculture in my view. It's purely industrial. Around this enormous slaughterhouse, there will be people paid to produce poultry. They will not be farmers. They will be employees of Mr. Kosciuk and MHP. I think it's not the family farming. We support modern family farming.
The 2 gigantic farms of MHP and PCC in Croatia will produce massively for export throughout the European Union. Breeders in all EU countries could be affected.